it is important to acknowledge there are people who just do not have the money to do that for systemic reasons that we've addressed on this show before and will doubtless address again on Johnny O's sadtastical circus of misery and math. But if you're on the right, you're probably thinking, oh great, another blizzard of snowflakes from Last Cuck Tonight with Johnny Triggerwarn. And yes, America and Russia are not the fucking same. And don't get me wrong, America has had and continues to have endemic problems that need fixing. That might as well be the title of this show. But hold on though. Yeah, and that is some pretty weak enforcement. Think about it this way. Let's say HBO decided they wanted to cancel this show. Their hand would be pretty weak if I was just able to get around that simply by changing the name to Earlier Times But Now, starring Spance Morgendorfer. And it is true that... Yeah, well, I don't care how stupid it is, it clearly works. That is why from now on, this show will be called Last Bit Tonight with Blockchainiver. Triple the ratings! Triple! Take that to the bank! So now, they lay thousands of eggs and then die after spawning. You're welcome. Tune in next week for more of Johnny O's fish facts, wildlife wonders, and abortion. Catfish are constantly trying to trick women who are out of their league into fucking them. That's right. You thought we were out of fish facts. You were wrong. We have millions. I could do this all day. But I'm not going to, because we're talking about abortion. And when this system works, it's great. But it probably won't surprise you that that is not what this story is about. That's simply not what we do on I Just Wanted to Watch a Comedy Show and Go to Sleep, but now I'm sad with Johnny Joykiller. Because has been funded by, among other things, fracking interests, soda companies, e-cigarette companies, and chemical manufacturers. So it's pure, straight-up opposite world. It's like if this show was called Funny Time Happy Hour with Chuckle Hunk John Oliver. It's just demonstrably false. We can't back that shit up. Are you not entertained? How could any other TV show top that? In fact, I would argue every other show should just be called, unfortunately, not a guy exploding through a table, and this show should very much be included in that. Luckily, there have been no problems whatsoever. Except I'm obviously kidding, it's going terribly. If you do want to hear me lie about stories to make you feel better, you might enjoy our spin-off show, Everything's Fine, with John Oliver. Did you know ISIS is just hamsters? This little terrorist name is Dumpling, and he doesn't even know how to use his gun. Sadly, back in the real world, the truth...
You can
go.
go.
I can go. OK, all right, sure, yeah.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Last Sad Tonight with Spectacles McDorky.
That is when I realised I'd been worried about my immigration status every single day. And I was very, very lucky. I had a lot of help, and more importantly, I had a path to come here. It's the path that has led us all to Sad Zazu's mildly interesting explain train. But for many people, there... So to recap, I've now shown you how to hack voting machines in less than 2 minutes and how to find unattended voting machines. It's the kind of important educational work we do here at I Really Hope Putin Doesn't Watch This Show with John Oliver. And to be clear... You nailed it, Tommy. But the thing is, what he's saying there is really bad. He's just reciting a major systemic problem with the cadence of a joke, which was also, incidentally, the original title for this programme. Now, we're actually going to dive straight in with our main story this week, which, unusually for us, concerns the week that we've just had. It's one of the rare times we're actually living up to our show's title, unlike what it should probably be called 28 Minutes on the Corn Tax or whatever the fuck with John Oliver. And the reason twice a year, it convenes representatives from all over the world to determine what strains of the flu virus should go into the annual flu shot, which might sound tedious, because it is, but it's also kind of important. And that, by the way, was actually the original title for this show. That's very clever. Because with that app, farmers there now have a way to spot a possibly sick bird that could inform broader public policy, which isn't just effective disease prevention. It was also, interestingly, the working title of this show. Now, that scheme... Hey, Teresa, can I talk to you for a second? Look, I'm no stranger to inadvertently giving unscrupulous people new ways to prey on the vulnerable. This season alone, we've done stories on predatory nursing homes, PACE loan scams, and basically told you how to set up a fake religious health insurance company. This show could easily be called Getting Rich for Sociopaths with John Oliver. But I will say, at least kidney cancer and decreased response to vaccines, which is clearly terrible, although also shouldn't really be that surprising to you, seeing as the original name for this show was That Thing You Like Is Bad with Sadie Longlegs. And it's true, rent is growing faster than wages. It's a problem we've known about for decades and is only getting worse, which was, I believe, a working title for this show. It was either that or America's Saddest Home Videos with adult McLovin. In fact, you're laughing too hard at that. In fact, no, it does not, and I do not blame it. I love absolutely everything about that. My new favourite genre of news segment is now footage of what appears to be a large flightless bird being a massive bitch, which, now that I say it out loud, would be a pretty accurate title for this show. But also remember, the most meaningful stories are rarely the fastest or the cheapest. And I'm not just saying that because I host very long news stories that are also expensive to produce, The Comedy Show. I'm saying it because it's true.